The floor is open for discussion. Honorable Home Minister Mr. Sai Siddharth.
Madam Speaker, harnessing the power of Bharat's youth, Nari Shakti and farmers, the budget fuels the nation's pace on the path of emerging as a developed nation by ushering in a new era of employment and opportunities. Madam Speaker, my grateful gratitude to the PMG and Finance Minister Ji for the pro-people and pro-development visionary. అధ్యక్ష, ఈ బడ్జెట్ ఎలా ఉందంటే పాత గవర్నమెంట్ చేసిన తప్పులంటూ సరిదిద్దుకుంటూ తయారు చేసినట్టుగా కనబడుతుంది. బడ్జెట్ ఫర్ ఆత్మనిర్భర్ భారత్ అండ్ బడ్జెట్ ఫర్ వికసిత్ భారత్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం స్పీకర్.
Honorable members, please maintain the decorum. Honorable Defence Minister Miss Himavarshini, please. Harivarshini, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Congratulations to Finance Minister for presenting an excellent and outstanding full-year budget for financial 2024 to 25, which will help in moving towards making a prosperous and self-reliant Viksit Bharat. Inspired by Prime Minister's vision of inclusive and fast-paced development, this budget will accelerate India's economic transformation. This budget is unique in many ways by clearly outlining government's 8 key priorities. The sectors like infrastructure, agriculture, banking, energy, industry, R&D, MSMEs, and defense has been given special care and attention. For all-round and inclusive development, it has successfully elevated India's growth trajectory. This budget will go a long way in making India a $5 trillion economy by 2027.
Honorable Member Miss Saveri.
Thank you, madam. I would like to ask our minister whether the government is going to take any initiatives on MSP for farmers. If in case it is not going to legalize this, how do you assist our farmers doubling their income?
Honorable members, please. Honorable Agriculture Minister Mr. Venkat Bhargav.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In the response to the honorable member, I would like to say that the government has not proposed any to legalize MSP as of now. It is likely to put heavy fiscal burden on government, about 10 lakh crore per annually. It would keep stress on infrastructure and market storages. Implementation is also challenging as there is no uniformity in agriculture practices across the country. It would disrupt the supply and demand balance of the markets. Through legalizing MSP, farmers may not grow other essential crops, and it would harm agriculture diversity and soil health. Through legalizing MSP, all the farmers will not get profit after a certain period of time.
Honorable Member Miss G. Sirisha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I appreciate the healthcare measures taken by the government in the budget. But in the place where doctors are called Vaidya Narayana Hari, the gods of healing, yet ironically, their own safety seems as fragile as a missed appointment. Instead of addressing the protection of the doctors, government is busy building its own political empire. Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, please maintain the decorum.
Madam Speaker, we all have to be very concerned about the rising incidence of violence against healthcare professionals and doctors in India. 75% of doctors have experienced violence, and this is much more than most of the countries in the world. In fact, younger and professional doctors are particularly vulnerable, which is evident in recent case of Bengal doctor, where a woman trainee doctor at Kolkata's Arjikar Medical College and Hospital was brutally raped and murdered on August 9, 2024. Here, the government is miserably failed.
Please maintain the decorum of the House.
A recent survey by the Indian Medical Association showed that 82.7% of Indian doctors feel stressed and fear of violence, in which 46.3% say violence is the main cause for the stress. I had raised this issue previously and I got a very good reply from our health minister saying that we cannot make any special legislation to doctors, because if we do it for doctors, tomorrow chartered accountants will want special laws and others will want other special laws. Is this the responsibility of the government? Madam Speaker, but doctors are working for life and death matters, saving lives of patients, risking their own lives. Madam Speaker, I ask the government to reconsider the stand and to kindly introduce legislation that will actually protect doctors, not their government, and other healthcare professionals in the workplace. And finally, Madam Speaker, government has the responsibility to change its policy in this matter. Save the saviors, not your government.
Honorable members, please. Honorable Health Minister, Miss N. Sirisha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, firstly, I would like to thank our opposition member for raising their concerns regarding health. And I am satisfied that because of that concerns, it will be a support to the government to bring India to a healthy India. And Madam Speaker, I would like to be very clear that under the leadership of our Prime Minister, the government deeply values the contributions of doctors and healthcare professionals. We strongly condemn any form of violence against them. To address this, the Epidemic Diseases Amendment Act 2020 was enacted, making violence against healthcare workers a serious punishable offence. Already the government is working closely with the state governments to ensure better enforcement of laws, such as strengthening hospital safety protocols, providing financial and legal support for victims of violence, raising public awareness to respect healthcare professionals. Madam Speaker, here the honorable member is more focused on raising complaints, but we are more focused on actionable reforms. I assure to the Parliament, to the people of the country through this House that we are committed to ensuring the safety and dignity of all healthcare workers. Thank you, ma'am.
Honorable member, Miss Shravani.
Madam Speaker, for sustainable development, a shift from fossil fuel to renewable energy is very much necessary. But the government have made less allocations for development of renewable energy in the present budget. How can you justify?
Honorable members. Honorable Environment Minister, Miss Veeramanasa.
Honorable Speaker, our government is making considerate efforts to shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy, which is evident in our initiatives like in 2018, our Prime Minister has proposed One Sun, One World, One Grid initiative. The vision behind this initiative is the mantra that the sun never sets. Our PM has highlighted IAS role as a symbol of India's leadership for the global south. The CCTS is a unified Indian carbon market established to reduce greenhouse gases emissions through the scheme creates the unified Indian carbon market for trading carbon credit certificates. The PM's leadership is promoting the International Solar Alliance at the G20 summit is a proud moment of the nation. It highlights the nation's commitment to global sustainability and renewable energy solutions, which will be a huge advantage to the nation. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable member, Miss Swati.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I have a question for respected Minister. Many big companies told me that a properly qualified engineers are recruited even after 6 months. It's an investment for the company. And why should they have to do? Many companies, particularly small and medium ones, which cannot afford to do it. And Madam Speaker, I could like to ask, why did not budget much talk about it?
Honorable Education Minister, Mr. Bhargav.
Honorable Speaker, firstly, I thank the member of opposition for raising this critical issue. It is true that some engineers even need little fine-tuning even after their graduation. This is much like how even the most advanced smartphones still require a software update even after the purchase. But let me tell you, the member of opposition, we are not ignoring this issue. Now let me assure this House that our educational reforms are like software updates. The students who are getting graduated today are equipped with the better skills than their predecessors. Under the Skill India mission and several initiatives by our government like SWAYAM and NPTEL, we are turning and tuning degree holders into job holders. And we have initiated several schemes like National Engineering Internship Program, through which we are providing a compulsory mandatory 6 to 12 months of internship to the students so that they can gain real world experiences. And not just this, we're encouraging more apprenticeships, and we're encouraging more internships, and we're encouraging more industry partnerships so that the students will be available to learn the subject, not just by mugging up the subject which is given in the textbook, but by having practical knowledge and scientific understanding. As for why the budget didn't explicitly mention about this, let me tell you, the madam from opposition, not everything great comes with a headline. After all, the secret to a good biryani isn't the garnish on its top, but it's the spice that mixes within. The rest is assured. Our investments in skilling and education reforms are working quietly but effectively to address the concerns what you have raised. So let's work together to ensure that India's graduates are not just employable, but they were unstoppable, unimaginable, unimitatable, and unbeatable. Let's free them up so that the engineers can actually build something like, innovate something new like a fan that doesn't stop while there is going on of a parliament sessions. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Member Mr. Nitin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this opportunity. First of all, I'm glad to thank all the champions who take part in the Olympics. They put their blood and sweat in their games. My question is this. Despite vast population, resources, and youth, our country's performance in international sports events like Olympics, Commonwealth Games remains subpar. I would like to validate my statement by giving some facts. India consists of 140 crore population, whereas China consists of 130 crore population. But China's success rate in Olympics was 23%, whereas India's success rate in Olympics was 10% only.
Honorable members, please.
In China, for every 1 million, maximum of 3 numbers get chance in Olympics. Whereas in India, for every 1 million, not even a single member get chance in Olympics.
Honorable members, please maintain the decorum.
10 लाख से एक बच्चे भी नहीं आते. Where do we lack in sports infrastructure? Why the government focuses more on the commercial sports only, like cricket? Where is PM's so-called Viksit Bharat?
Members, please. Honorable members, please maintain the decorum of the house. Honorable Sports Minister, Miss Sindhu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to object that what the honorable member said. It is not correct. We are only focusing on the commercial sports. In fact, this year we have allocated about 3,443 crores, which is 46 crores more than previous year. అధ్యక్ష, మేమేమో స్పోర్ట్స్ కోసం ఇంత పెద్ద ఎత్తున బడ్జెట్ అలొకేషన్ చేస్తుంటే మరి వీరు మాత్రం 2010లో జరిగిన 70,000 కోట్ల స్కామ్ గురించి మరి ఏమంటారు? Madam Speaker, Indian Olympics and Commonwealth players received great attention and support only in our government. We have programs like Kalo India to promote sports, grassroots level, which is received 900 crores, which is 20 crores more than previous year. Adhyaksha, budget allocated government in 2013-14 is rupees 1,279 crores, and last year, 2023 to 24, our allocation was 3,398 crores. Madam Speaker, you can see the difference from the last government and our government is enough to explain the priority given by the government. This year, we have specifically focusing on the sports infrastructure. Adhyaksha, పోయిన సంవత్సరం కంటే ఈ సంవత్సరం మన ఒలింపిక్స్లో మన క్రీడాకారులు ఎక్కువ పతాకాలను గెలుచుకున్నారు.
Where are the medals?
ఆట ఇప్పుడు మొదలైంది బిగులు. In front is the crocodile festival. We have National Sports Federation. We also came up with a new initiative called Vikas Khel Abhiyan to enhance career opportunities and promote personal growth in sports. Thank you, ma'am.
Honorable Member Miss Harika.
Firstly, thank you, Madam Speaker. The budget presented by Financial Minister did not provide advocate funds to the intellectual patent rights. These would affect India's ability to attract foreign investments in the research and development. Madam Speaker, how will the government substantiate its budget allocation to intellectual patent rights?
Honorable members, please. Honorable Science and Technology Minister, Mr. Harsha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. While the budget allocation for intellectual patent rights may seem insufficient in the short term, Madam Speaker, our focus is not on short-term aspirations. It's upon long-term decades, where we have a long-term strategy to promote innovation and protect IPRs, where this includes strengthening IPR laws and regulations. We are committed to strengthening India's IPR laws and regulations to provide a robust framework for innovation and creativity. Promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. We are investing in initiatives that promote innovation and entrepreneurship, such as startup incubators and accelerators. Whereas we are engaging with international partners to promote cooperation on IPRs and innovations. And Madam Speaker, by following these strategies, we are not only attracting investors, but they are sticking to us like a magnet to iron bar. And at last, I would like to clarify that our focus is upon the upcoming decades, not upon the upcoming days or months.
Any supplementary questions? Yes, Miss Harika, go ahead.
The government did not speak about the cryptocurrency in its budget. Does it have any plans to legalize it?
Honorable Minister.
Yes, madam. If the talk is about the cryptocurrencies, the Indian government is committed to fostering a supportive environment for innovation and growth in the digital asset space. While we didn't explicitly mention cryptocurrencies in the 2024 budget, rest assured that we are actively working on a comprehensive framework to regulate and legitimize the use of cryptocurrencies in India.
Honorable Member Miss Pujita.
Honorable Speaker, the taxation system in the budget is progressive only for certain extent. Madam Speaker, for an instance, a person who earns 1 crore in a month, he can easily manage 30% of taxes. Moreover, with lower taxation on the wealthy, the burden shifts disproportionately to the middle class, and it will increase the financial strain. I want Finance Minister to answer my question, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Finance Minister Miss Haindavi.
Madam Speaker, I wish to highlight that our taxation policy is based on re-economics, which tells about ideal point of taxation. We provide such taxation to curb black money and tax evasion and to put an illicit practices like dabba trading. Furthermore, I would like to remind the honorable member that it is during their tenure the people were mercilessly exploited with 93.5% taxation on the people, which means out of every 100 rupees earned, only 6.50 rupees were taken to the home. And now the same champions of physical oppression are lecturing us on financial hardships. Perhaps they should pen a guide how to tax everyone and still blame others.
Any supplementaries? Yes. Ms. Pujita, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. According to Indian Consumer Economic Survey, there are 5 million wealthy farmers in India and their annual income is more than 25 lakhs. Madam Speaker, though they farm 8% of total farmers' population, they control over 28% of sector income. Madam Speaker, here my concern is taxing the wealthy farmers is an economic necessity and the matter of fairness. Then why this government is not taxing the wealthy farmers and disproportionately burdening the other taxpayers?
Honorable members, please. Honorable Deputy Finance Minister, Ms. Neha.
Madam Speaker, first of all agriculture income is often irregular and seasonal depending on factors like weather conditions, crop yield, and market prices. This makes it difficult to access and tax in a fair manner, and many farmers are earn income from various of sources like crops, livestock, and horticulture, which can be difficult to trace or classify for tax purposes. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Member, Mr. Madan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And the allocation of 1.52 crore is insufficient to address all the grievances in the agriculture sector. So, Madam Speaker, primary sector మీద ఇదే నా వాళ్ళకున్న ఫోకస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం.
Honorable members, please. This is the clear-cut example of what is breach of parliamentary privileges. This is parliament. It is not a vague institution. It has some rules and regulations. And as per the rules, this member is suspended for 1 day. Honorable members, you can't dictate me. You can't dictate me. Marshals, please escort him out of the parliament. Honorable members, you can't dictate me. You can't question me. Please take your seat. Honorable Leader of Opposition, Ms. Reshma.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would say this budget is a mere Pradhan Mantri Sarkar Bachao Yojana. Honorable members. And there was a mention of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. There was a mention of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. And there was a mention of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Prati scheme ki mundu Pradhan Mantri అని పెట్టుకునే అనే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ దాని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ఎందుకు లేదని అడుగుతున్నా అధ్యక్ష నేను. ఈ బడ్జెట్ వాళ్ళ ప్రభుత్వాన్ని కాపాడుకోవడానికి చేసినట్లుంది, ప్రజల కోసం చేసినట్టు ఎక్కడ అనిపించలేదు అధ్యక్ష. థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం స్పీకర్.
Honorable Prime Minister.
అధ్యక్ష, స్కాములు చేసే వారు మాకు స్కీముల గురించి నేర్పిస్తున్నారా?
We condemn this, Madam Speaker. We condemn this. Please.
Honorable Prime Minister.
Madam Speaker, I would like to convey my heartfelt congratulations to Finance Minister for presenting Budget 2024-2025 on behalf of our government. It is the first budget in Amrit Kaal. अमृत काल का यह पहला बजट विकसित भारत का विराट संकल्प को पूर्ण करने के लिए एक मजबूत नींव निर्माण है. This budget will make path for 3I India, which means inclusive India, innovative India, and incredible India. It will help in uplifting the poor and middle class, and to include the hitherto people in development and governance. The government is taking Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas as the motto of the budget. We consider farmer as a backbone of our country and thank him by saying Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Keeping in this our mind, we are taking each and every measure to benefit the farmers and to bring Raitu Rajam. Digital infrastructure for agriculture, Jan Samrat and Kisan credit cards are replicas of it. In our governments, we consider Raite Raju, which means the farmer is the king. इस अमृत काल में नवभारत निर्माण के लिए हमारा सरकार इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, कैपिटल एंड टूरिज्म को बढ़ाने के लिए हर कदम ले रहा है. We protect and promote our conservative culture and tradition. At the same time, we are not compromising in technology. We were the Vishwaguru in ancient times. By the progressive and successful steps in science and technology, we will make India as a Vishwaguru and a global center for technology and innovation.
and they can question me that how can it is possible? भाइयों बहनों, एक बार चंद्रयान, मंगलयान और गगनयान के देखो बोलकर.
Honorable members, please.
The MSMEs are driving factor of the manufacturing sector. In this budget, we are promoting MSMEs on a large scale. The National Industrial Corridor for Development Program and Mudra loans are examples of it. We always believe in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. That's why we are including each and every region from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat and each and every section of society for Sahit, Sashakti or Sampurn Bharat. I urge every person, every institution and every organization should work with a single aim, and that should be whatever I do, I must do it for a Vikasit Bharat 2047. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I hope we had a detailed discussion on the budget. Now I put forward the Union Budget 2024-25 to the voting. Those who are in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those who are against, please say noes. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The budget is passed. Members, I know what to do. Members, you can't dictate me. Please take your seats. Members, please take your seat.
The budget has been approved by the House.